Let's go. I mean, what is this?
This is horribly off topic.
Oh, perfect. Thank you for saying the name of it, so I didn't have to.
Yeah, let's go. I am Mario.
And
No, you're Mario.
No, I'm Charles Martinet.
Charles Martinet. That's your new nom de plume.
No, it's actually I am the guy that does the voice of Mario.
Oh, okay.
In fact, I am an American actor and voice actor, best known for voicing Mario in the Super Mario video game series. I also have voiced Mario since 1995. I was born September 17th, 1955.
Oh, you sound pretty good for your age.
Yeah, I know. I am really tall. I'm 6'3" tall.
Uh-huh.
I went to the University of California, Berkeley, and I live in San Francisco, California.
Yeah. Can I call you Chuck? I mean, is that too for? Or are you more like a Chaz?
No, I'm Charlie.
Charlie. Oh, Charlie, like as in Brown.
Yeah. I used to have this Charlie Brown shirt. I probably brought it up before. My Charlie Brown shirt. Did I ever bring up the Charlie Brown shirt? Did I ever bring up my Charlie Brown shirt?
I don't know. I am familiar with your Charlie Brown shirt. I am familiar with its work, but I don't know if you have brought it up on the show.
I had that Charlie Brown shirt, and it was weird because like this Charlie Brown shirt that I had. Stop saying Charlie Brown.
Of all the Charlie Browns, you are
the Charlie Brownest.
But I didn't even qualify that. Of all the Charlie Browns, you are the Charlie, like all the Charlie Browns in the world, like Charlie Brown.
I have like so much hair, like it's like I am like the anti Charlie Brown.
You're the anti-Charlie
You and
Brown.
I are pretty lucky. We have a decent amount of hair on our heads.
I do have a decent
for
amount of
people
hair
that
on
are
my
in
head.
their late 30s.
I have too much hair in my head. I need to get a haircut before Thursday morning when I have to go in for a meeting. I mean, I don't. It's a meeting with my colleagues, and I'm sure they would understand that I was still rocking the kind of summer no haircut look.
Summer dew.
I probably should do something about the dew. But
you should do the dew.
I should. When I think of Mountain Dew, and I don't want to get away from your Charlie Brown shirt.
No, we'll get back to it.
When I think of Mountain Dew, I think of Paul's mother. And of course, I didn't know it was Paul's mother. I knew it was John's mother because I knew Paul's brother John. He was my friend first. But I think of their mother.
He was my friend first, I swear.
I think of their mother, and she would serve us. I was over there for lunch a lot, it felt like. Maybe, I don't know, it felt like a lot.
Maybe it was in the summertime.
When
the weather gets hot.
Water country. No.
You should have sung the other one. The one that I always sing.
But I don't remember that one. But Paul and John's mother would serve us bologna sandwiches and Mountain Dew. And so when I think of Mountain Dew, I think of Paul and John's mom and their house up there in North Chelmsford. Is it in North Chelmsford?
No, they were in West Chelmsford.
West Chelmsford. West Philadelphia. Born and raised.
Yeah. See, knowing that West and South Philadelphia are the not so great areas of Philly.
Yeah.
South Philadelphia was the one that I was walking through trying to get back from the ballpark to where Becky was with her friends.
Oh, that's right. Well, it doesn't really make a difference when on the
when
playground.
I magically when I magically found a cap. So this Charlie Brown shirt, I remember
Charlie Brown.
I remember being.
Don't be a blockhead.
I remember being at a I don't know if it was what you would call it a party, but I remember we got out of school early one day and we were at Bill Allen's house.
Bill.
And he had beers, and so we drank.
Bill had beers, or his parents had beers.
I don't know. I don't know where he got them. He might have.
He procured some liquor.
Yes, but it wasn't liquor. It was beer.
Oh, beer before liquor. Never been sicker.
Right.
I heard that. Heard that once.
Have you tried that?
Nah, I don't think so.
We should just get some beer and then liquor.
See, I don't think anything I've ever drank could be qualified as beer.
You know what would be great if we got you so drunk on the show that you just started Ralphing.
Oh, like Ralph Wiggum?
I bent my Wookiee.
Do you think people want to hear me Ralph? I don't. I hate Ralphing. I hate Ralphing.
Stop calling it Ralph.
I hate vomiting.
Oh.
I do. I hate it so much that I will make myself even sicker to stop myself from vomiting.
See, I mean, it's not something that I like. I'm like, oh boy, here it comes, fun.
Oh, fun times.
But I like it. It causes such great relief when I'm not feeling well.
That you kind of you're willing to give it a go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give it a go.
Yeah. You know.
I don't think Charlie Brown ever drank enough liquor to puke.
You don't think that was what was going on during the Christmas play?
Well,
you don't think that's
I
how
think
he
they were
got through
probably
it?
token up in the back.
Oh.
Then Linus had to get all preachy with God.
You think Linus, you think they hung out beneath Linus's blanket and they kind
Lights,
of got
please.
contact?
That's why she likes that's why everybody likes the blanket so much, because that's where Linus smokes under.
Yeah. Do they? I mean, is that why they don't like it when they're not smoking? Because it just it kind of reeks unless it's being, unless it's being used in the act of getting high. The blanket is kind of, maybe not a thing you want to have around.
I remember
because it seems like they're not fond of it.
I remember people in the past have taken a tube of paper towels, like just the tube, and put a dryer sheet in it, and that they would blow the smoke into that to dissipate the pot smell.
Oh, that's a pretty ingenious idea.
Yeah, I don't think it actually works.
Marijuana doesn't lead to other drugs. Marijuana leads to fucking carpentry.
Oh, Dennis Leary?
Yeah.
Okay.
Smoke enough weed, you want to build something. You want to make a bong out of something. I don't know.
Some guy's
I don't
head.
remember the rest of it.
Isn't that how it ended?
Yeah, that's how it ends.
Yeah. Make a bong out of some guy's head. Am I right? Or what was his catchphrase? Okay. Make a bong out of his head. He does these impressions. So we were at his house, and I remember
the only way you could be cooler is to wear bigger bell bottoms.
Stop it.
Okay.
So I had one of these beers, and someone else spilled a beer on me, and I got it on my Charlie Brown shirt, and I was all freaked out that my parents were gonna smell the beer on my shirt and then be like, "You're fucking worse, and you get to be grounded," or whatever the fuck. Because I think I was young. I don't think I was super young, but I think I was 15.
Okay. Young enough.
Young enough to be a little freaked out with
be a little freaked out by mom and
it's
dad.
not like I had a lot to drink. I had 2 beers, I think.
Yeah.
Which
it's for a 15-year-old. That's probably, I don't know, how many beers had you had before that?
I think in one sitting, usually just one. I think on New Year's, my mother would sometimes let me have a beer.
Yeah.
She would be like, you can have an O'Doul's or you can have a Budweiser or something like that. I'm like, why the fuck would I pick the O'Doul's?
She ever offer you a Zima?
Yeah, she was trying to.
Oh, my friends and I found an empty Zima bottle during orientation weekend of my freshman year of college, and I wrote a whole fucking novel about that fucking bottle.
About the possible date rape that was involved with that bottle of liquor.
Yes. Who do you think Charlie Brown ended up with? I mean, there's a bunch of possibilities there. I mean, there's the little redheaded girl, right? That was
the one that was in the movie. Did you see the movie?
I haven't seen the movie yet. I saw that it's on the HBO, and I think
we watched the end of it because it was on a Sunday night, and then we were gonna watch the night of.
Yeah.
And then that was ending right before.
Oh,
so we watched the end of the movie.
Yeah. Was it? Did it seem like it would be worth it to sit through the whole movie to get to what you saw?
It was okay. I mean, it was weird.
I was a big Peanuts fan. Me and my college housemates.
Peanuts?
Big Peanuts fan.
Big Peony fan.
Big Peony fan. No, I was a big Peanuts fan in college. I was Charlie Brown. That was one of my nicknames. And all the people in my townhouse had their and some of our assorted friends outside the townhouse had our own Charlie Brown nicknames.
Who was Lucy?
I don't remember who Lucy was, but the strange thing
Lucy was the one that was tormenting Charlie Brown the most.
I know who Lucy in the cartoon was. I told you I'm a big fan.
No, I understand that, but how do you not have a Lucy foil Charlie Brown?
Well, because I think we were all being nice. Since I was the center of it and I was Charlie Brown, nobody wanted to be the Lucy because nobody was outright mean to me. They were all my friends.
Oh.
What I think was
actually, the other kids, like, I mean, Lucy was I think the pinnacle of being a dickhead to Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
But I think the rest of the kids were kind of shitty to him too.
Yeah.
Except for Linus.
Yeah.
I think everybody else was, and his sister, like Sally.
That's fair. I mean, but even Sally could get pissy with him when she didn't.
But you and John would be pissy with each other.
Oh, you saying John Sally?
Maybe.
What I think is funny is Stephanie.
He's never gonna listen, so whatever.
Stephanie, he's still mad. I think secretly or not so secretly that when I wrote my is it a Bildungsroman? I think it's when I wrote my Romano Clef, my novel where there's a character loosely based on me, and that character had a sibling, and I made that character's sibling be a girl. I think he's still a little mad about that. I made him a woman.
Was the character based on him?
Loosely. There's some stuff in there that she goes through that he went through. Yeah.
What? His first period?
Yes. No, she goes through some weight issues. Where she's really
Why didn't you just make it a guy so your brother wouldn't be mad at you?
Because I was more interested in what would happen if I took
if you gender bent John.
If I took a lot of the same problems and ran them through a different lens.
All right. Could have done that with your dad.
I could have made my character have lesbian parents.
Yeah,
could have.
I think when did you write that? Like,
this is the novel that I'm still shopping around. And it's good, I'm telling you. But
I'm telling you should have had lesbian parents.
I'm telling you, some agent listening to this,
lesbian parents in like the 80s, like when you were like, when it's based.
There are not lesbian parents in the 80s. There are lesbian parents in the novel, but they're not.
What about My Two Dads? That was in the 80s.
That was My Two Dads. Oh yeah, it was. What was the name of that girl? I wonder what she's up to. Why
don't you look her up?
I haven't thought of that.
Give her a call.
I haven't thought of that show in a really long time, and there's lots of those child actresses that I know what they went on to do. I don't remember. I didn't even think about that show until just now. You just reminded me. You've got me.
I still haven't even gotten to
horribly off
topic. The big story about
the Charlie Brown shirt. Okay, all right. Well, you do that, and then I still have observations about who Charlie Brown ends up with.
Okay, so there was our buddy Tsubasa.
Tsubasa. He was one of the guitar players on the New Sweethearts.
On our first album, Hot Pants. Check out episode whatever the hell it was before they go away.
Yes,
from the iTunes feed.
Yeah,
Tsubasa was the guitarist on our first album, and he was going away. He was an exchange student. He was going back to Japan, and we were having a little get together for him at Paul's for a going away fun thing. And we were eating ice cream cake and playing Super Bomberman, things you do in 1996.
Yes.
And so we did that a bunch, and then I went home, and then the next day we were going to see him off at the airport, and then I couldn't really sleep. I had like terrible abdominal pain.
Oh.
And so they took me to the hospital. My dad had already gone to work, so I had to call the ambulance. So I went on the ambulance, and they took me to the hospital. And since I was only 16, they had to get my parents' permission before they could do an operation, unless it was an emergency. Like it was it was getting close to that point,
right.
Before my mother showed up, and so she had to like sign a paper say, yes, take his appendix out for fuck's sake. But yeah, my appendix was getting ready to do the old kablooey, and they managed to get it out prior to that. And but the thing is, I guess I was wearing my Charlie Brown shirt, and instead of just saying, "Hey kid, can you take off your shirt?"
Oh no!
They cut it off me.
Where is your appendix, Steve?
it's not in me anymore.
No. Like, where is the appendix on the human body?
It's like in your lower abdomen on your
Okay.
right side.
In the front.
In the front.
Lower abdomen, right side, in the front.
I do have a scar. I'm not showing it to you.
No. It's I asked that. This is a really random, like, a really random reason. Stephanie had some discomfort, like, in the midsection, some swelling. I was wondering if her appendix was about to burst while we're doing the show.
You really, like, when you left.
But it wasn't too bad, and we kind of know what we think it is not to do with an appendix.
Gas.
But, no. But you say that, I'm like, oh, I remember Jack getting his appendix taken out on the island on Lost.
Yeah, that was a really.
He wanted to do help do the surgery himself. You remember that?
But yeah, I mean, but he couldn't.
Did you do the surgery yourself?
No, I didn't.
Dr.
I was
Steve?
16. I was 16 years old and I was in incredible pain. Like you were, like if your wife was in incredible pain, think about like
she was not in incredible pain. Well, she had a huge headache. She kind of like went off of caffeine a little bit today and started doing some wacky things diet wise, and also it was the first day of school at the childcare where she teaches. So she had a big headache, so she was in pain that way. She just had some mild discomfort and swelling at a particular place in her abdomen, but it was not anything serious.
Okay, well, if it is, like, if you go back there and she's still having, and if you have her press on where it hurts,
Yeah.
and the pain subsides,
Right.
that
That's-
means it might be her appendix.
Ah. Okay.
And I say might because I'm not a fucking doctor.
You're not giving a diagnosis.
I'm not
Dr.
giving
Steve?
a diagnosis. I have no fucking clue about medicine, but it is true. When I had my pain in my abdomen, it was when pressure was put on it, it did not feel as bad.
Got it. Okay.
But
Interesting.
you don't want to put too much pressure, especially if it's about to rupture.
No. I will treat it with care if she's even awake when I get home.
Okay, if she's asleep, then it's obviously not her
Yeah.
appendix.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave her alone. Wow. So they cut your Charlie Brown shirt.
Yep, and my body.
Did they? I mean,
I don't know if they did it at the same
But
time.
your body heals, right? I mean, your body heals. Charlie Brown shirt doesn't heal.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose I could have
Charlie
just.
Brown shirt's
I could
dead
probably.
forever.
I could probably get another one at this point, but like.
Yeah. Did they? They didn't give you like the tattered rags. They didn't like. Put
Yeah,
it in a
here's
box?
you can use this as a bathroom chamois.
Well, I don't know. Maybe you're 15, you're 16, right? Maybe you can't hang on to it. Maybe it's your security blanket.
Yeah,
maybe,
so I'm walking around like Linus with a Charlie
you're
Brown
not,
shirt.
You're not Charlie Brown anymore. You're Linus. I mean,
Like-
let's be honest. Linus probably had a thing for Charlie Brown,
Why?
and he would have carried
Do you
around.
think that's who he ended up with?
I
Is that
think-
where you're getting at?
No, that's not what I'm getting at. But it's funny you should say that because my gay friend Jimmy, he was the Linus of our group. I remember he was Linus, and to my Charlie.
Did he have a little? Was he a little sweet on you too?
Well, he's the one that I said way back. I said if on some episode of this infernal thing that we do
Every week for 2+ years.
eternal, not infernal, eternal. On some episode of this, I mentioned that I had a gay friend who if he ever found out that I almost went. I remember what episode that was. If he ever found out that I almost went gay for someone else, he would have been really mad because I think there were times in college where I think he was probably just waiting to see if maybe,
No, but the trick is like with that. I mean, like just like when.
maybe not. Maybe he was trying to be nice to me.
I mean, it's dumb when we're young. We're dumb when we're younger
Oh yes.
because we have this circle of friends and. If we're friends with, if there's a girl around in the social group, you're like, oh, I really like this person.
Yeah.
They're my friend. I wish they were more than my friend. And then you kind of like get it in your brain that you're like, oh, I should be like, we should totally be together. That would be so great. And then we'd be, because we're friends already. But that's like the dumbest thing ever. Because like if you try something and if it fails, you feel embarrassed like an asshole, or you actually do go out and then you end up hating each other afterwards. If so, you don't like.
Or
and I know it's
maybe you marry them. And,
yeah, maybe you do that, but like,
and you hate each other for the rest of your lives.
no, but like it's a cliche to say that you'll ruin the friendship because.
Yeah.
That's why, like as an adult, like I'm like, I'm definitely dating outside my social group. Like, I mean, that's what internet dating really helped with.
Right. Yes.
With being able to do that, because like you're not like running into the same people.
Right. Yeah. You get to meet new people and meet people who you find out that you have something in common, but it's not.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of shitty people that I went on dates with prior to now, and thank God I met Becky.
Yeah.
Or whatever higher power you feel like dealing with.
Think Yogi Berra.
We already talked about him dying.
Let's not go there. I don't want to be sad yet.
All right.
So
buttons.
Stephanie was in the house. So this must have been junior year because my friend Jimmy was still around. He was Linus. Stephanie was Peppermint Patty. Now I find this to be. She was Peppermint Patty because she liked peppermint patties, not because of any other particular reason. There's almost nothing else Peppermint Patty like about.
She wasn't like a real athlete.
She wasn't a real athlete. She was a dancer.
She wasn't hanging around with a lady.
She was not hanging around with a lady a lot. No, although she did.
A lady that called her sir.
No. No, I don't think any of the girls in the house called Steph sir, but she can be kind of a take charge person. So I mean, I don't know that they would have called her sir, but they would have sort of followed her orders in the way that Marcy follows Patty's orders. I don't remember who Marcy was. I think Sally was I don't know. Anyway, Charlie Brown in this scenario ended up with Patty, and I don't think that's the way it would go.
No, I don't either.
I think Charlie and Lucy would probably end up together for a little while before they got divorced, and then Lucy would go off and finally get to be with Schroeder when Schroeder was ready to settle down.
Okay.
That's I mean.
Or if they were living in modern times, she wouldn't have dated Schroeder because she would have moved on to like other things in her life and maybe tried internet dating and met somebody that wasn't in her social circle when she was in elementary school.
I know at least two couples. Well, one couple that knew each other that knew each other from elementary school. Or from at least middle school that I went to school with, and another one that knew each other from middle school or early high school that are now married. It's not as abnormal as you think.
Yeah, you are.
The name of the actress who starred in My Two Dads was Stacy Keenan.
Stacy Keenan, what has she?
Stacy Keenan.
What has she been up to?
And I did know.
This is a segment of the show where we go, where are they now? Famous stars from famous.
She went on to be on Step by Step.
Ooh, baby.
She was on that show, which I remembered once I saw that. But let's see, she was on a show called Lovin' Lakin as herself.
Gonna get to you, girl.
And she was on, that was in 2012. She was in Death and Cremation in 2010.
Step 1.
She was in
We Can Have Lots of Fun.
She was in You Again with Kristen Bell.
Step 2. There's so much we can do.
Yeah. So she's not up to much. She did a bunch of TV stuff there for a while.
Step 3. It's just you and me.
She's 41 years old.
Step 4. I can give you more.
I did not remember that Paul Reiser was on My Two Dads.
Step 5. I don't remember what step 5 was. Doodle 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 doodle.
How long was that going to go on? I don't know. Yeah. So Charlie Brown.
Enough of Charlie Brown.
Fuck
him in his bald head.
You think any of the girls would have gone for that? I mean, which of the girls would have most likely wanted to just...
Enough about Charlie Brown.
Rub themselves on Charlie Brown's bald head?
No.
No? No?
We're done.
Come on.
Cut it. We're done.
Come on.
We're moving on.
Jesus Quintana.
Yes.
Jesus Quintana is back. Okay, so a couple weeks ago...
He's back, baby.
A couple weeks ago, we talked about a possibility of a Big Lebowski sequel that we were hearing rumors of, and it turns out it's not exactly a Big Lebowski sequel that's happening. It is a Big Lebowski spin-off.
Is it going to be a film or a television series?
Well, let me see. So this comes to us from...
Because some of the best work out there, I think, is being done on television as opposed to in actual film.
Oh, tell me more.
Fuck you. I mean, we can...
I know.
Like at least with another Coen
I haven't
Brothers...
seen any of it, but...
Another Coen Brothers joint,
Fargo.
like the Fargo series is fantastic.
I haven't seen it.
It's really good.
Should people drink when I say I haven't seen it?
Yeah.
They'd be fucking hammered.
Yes. One Piece.
So let's see. It is a film, I think.
Because I think that would benefit with the longer version of a storytelling
it's
of storytelling of a television series, because you can develop the character more, because you're not just limited to an hour and a half to 2 hours to have with that character. I mean, in the Big Lebowski, I mean, he's only in the movie. I think he's in the movie less than 5 minutes.
Yeah. Apparently, this movie has nothing to do with the Coens. So the Coens are not involved in any way.
I think like with Fargo, I think they're only slightly involved.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think they wrote it. I think
maybe executive producing. Or
maybe
like that.
And that might be what ends up happening with this.
Yeah.
Because I think the character is technically their intellectual property, I'd imagine.
That's what I was wondering. I was like, how is he able to do? Did he get their permission, or was it more of a collaborative thing where he kind of came up with the character in concert with them? I don't know. Says this film is apparently a remake of the 1974 French film I can't pronounce this. The new version, which also stars Bobby Cannavale, Audrey Tautou, and Susan Sarandon, titled "Going Places," is about, quote...
Are you serious? That's Susan Sarandon, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if it was somebody else or you were just being an asshole.
Sarandon.
Yes.
Going Places is about two petty thieves, Turturro's Jesus and Cannavale's Petey, competing to give a woman her first orgasm after she's roped into their hijinks.
See, well, here's the thing about
well, wait, there's
Quintana
more.
Is like, wasn't he arrested for being a fucking pederast?
Oh,
is that how the
right.
movie's going to end?
I don't know.
He had to go door to door telling everybody he was a pederast.
Sarandon also ends up in their company playing a criminal who just got out of a long stint. Just got out after a long stint in prison. So that is the deal. So I mean, but when we talked about it before, you were saying that you
8-year-olds, dude.
I don't know. Would you see it? Would you see a movie that was about Jesus Quintana?
I think so.
It's not even a fair question anymore. Like, would you see it is not a question. It would be, are you going to wait for Netflix, or are you going to go to see it in the theater?
I mean, I probably would go to see it in the theaters. I mean, like, with the amount of garbage that comes out on a daily and weekly basis.
You hear about China?
What about China?
So
like China, the dead WWE star, or China the country?
Rest in peace, Joni Laurer. China, the former communist country. Oh, I don't know.
Former communist.
Okay, the communist country, China. Good old China. No, so China, apparently, if you look at the box office numbers,
I've heard that they have like this crazy plan to down with America, but to fart a lot in China, so it would cause like the ozone layer to deplete.
Your boy Donnie Trump tell you that?
I was gonna do a Trump impression, but I decided not to. You're welcome.
You're fired. No, so China apparently has very different box office results than the rest of the world, and China is the reason that
I heard
there
that
will probably
like,
be
that they were going to try to cause earthquakes on the other side of the world, so they were just going to all jump in unison.
That's great. It starts with a bird, a snake, an airplane. Lenny Bruce is not afraid. The eye of a hurricane.
What? All jumping at the same time in unison.
So no, that's
caused like a shockwave.
No, that's stand in the place where you live. Now face
north.
Yeah. I think you're getting your REM confused.
And everybody jumps around and causes
No,
earthquakes
that's
on the other
crisscross.
side of the world.
Everybody jump around. No, that's House of Pain. Crisscross will make you jump, but House of Pain will make you jump around.
I remember that there was this song that starts this. I mean, obviously House of Pain sampled it.
Yeah.
But like the song, the actual song, I would come on in the mornings when I'd be working at Hannaford's, and I'd be like, "Oh, cool! A song that isn't old is about to happen," and then I'd always be disappointed and be like, "Fuck! It's this one again."
What song?
I don't know what the fuck
okay.
it like. Let me
something that House of Pain did. No, so China is apparently going to be is the reason why we will probably get another Warcraft movie, even though it bombed here in the U.S. because
it did really well in China.
It did amazing. It's like the #1 movie in China.
Probably because it has nothing to do with real life and real worlds or whatever. It's
I guess so.
Ogres and
ogres are like onions.
I got an ogre slaying knife that's got a +9 against ogres.
You're not in there. You're at the bar. You're getting drunk.
Well, if there's any girls there, I want to do them.
Wait, I just messed that up.
That's enough. Whatever.
Oh, roll a 20-sided die. No. So yeah, no, and apparently they're the reason why there's a Now You See Me 2 and probably going to be a Now You See Me 3. They're the reason.
Really like that movie too.
Apparently, they like all the movies that we think are dumb.
Maybe it isn't a bad song, but it's
Start Me Up.
You
said start something.
Bob and Earl's.
Bob and Earl.
Get out of here.
I don't like being called Earl.
Sampled.com.
You know that.
It's sampled
by House of Pain.
Bob and Earl, the Harlem Shuffle.
Everlast.
The original. What are you talking about? Are you listening to anything I'm saying?
Everlast. He's in House of Pain, right?
What? Sure.
Yeah. Harlem Shuffle.
The Harlem Shuffle.
I'm not familiar with that song.
But not the one that everybody was doing like a couple years ago when they would do videos of them doing the Harlem Shuffle.
Oh, not that one.
No, it was a song that came out in 1963.
Okay, it wasn't what they were doing when Bruce Banner laid waste to Harlem in The Incredible Hulk. Not that Harlem Shuffle.
In the movie?
In the movie.
I didn't see The Incredible Hulk. I did see the one before that, the one that was just called Hulk, I think.
Oh, such a piece of shit, that one. But The Incredible Hulk.
Well, I think Stern was very smart to not make a pinball machine of that one. They did Iron Man, and that did them well.
I am Iron Man.
See,
no, stop.
You pick really
I know
great songs. I mean, it was fun doing like Kids in the what the frick? Not Kids in the Hall. What the fuck am I trying? New Kids on the Block. That's what I was doing.
Whoa!
No, I already did New Kids on the Block today. You can't do it twice.
I can't.
No.
But I'm hanging tough.
No, you're not.
Hanging a little bit low and to the left, if I'm honest.
Okay.
Yeah, China.
Well, I gotta keep you honest.
Gotta keep me honest.
All right, okay. So you brought up China to tell me.
Oh no, I think I mentioned that. But I wonder if China hated the prequels as much as we did.
I don't know.
That would be a good. I wonder. Did they get those ones first? Did they like those better than the original trilogy?
No, there's no way they got them first.
You don't think so?
No.
You don't think that they were so busy being behind their they have a red curtain? Like the Russians have the Iron Curtain, did the Chinese have the red curtain? No.
No, the red curtain is when the Menzies are there.
No, so I would think they were kind of, they kind of maybe never even got the original trilogy, and then by the time they started to open up to the West a little bit, they got the prequels, and the prequels maybe were
the country that pirates movies better than any other country in the world.
Oh, is that what they do?
Yeah.
Oh. I thought they just made.
So they need giant blockbusters to succeed over there, because otherwise, the just pirated movies.
Pirates of the Caribbean. Make another one of those.
God damn it! Enough with the fucking Pirates of the Caribbean movies. I don't think I saw the most. How many have there been?
4.
Okay, I don't think I saw 3 or 4.
You didn't see How did you not see 3? 3 was like 2 and 3 were like the filmed back to back, like the story.
Like Back to the Future 2 and 3.
Yeah, except the story in 2 and 3 of Pirates of the Caribbean is even more kind of entwined. Like 2 doesn't even really.
I mean, I've seen the first one like several times.
Yeah, the first one is a great movie. Second, the 2 and 3, I feel like of that series are much like 2 and 3 of The Matrix. Lots of people think there's no reason for them, but if you happen to watch them at the right moment, you might have a small affection for them. This is me trying to excuse.
Which one is the Keith Richards one?
Keith Richards doesn't show up until the third one.
Okay, I think I might have seen that one. So I might have not seen the second one.
Interesting.
I don't know. Like, there's so many of these goddamn.
The fourth one is the one with the mermaids.
Yeah, I definitely didn't see that one.
And with Blackbeard.
Blackbeard
Was
Marshall D. Teach.
Yeah, Edward D. Teach.
No, that's Edward Newgate.
Oh. Yes. The how many drinks there?
A couple of them.
So the new one is bringing back Master Will Turner, who spoilers was last seen as the new Davy Jones at the end of the third Pirates of the Caribbean.
Wow.
And so he was absent for the fourth one.
So is this one going to have a Davy back fight? Talk about pirates. This is going to happen.
Yeah, no, and Johnny Depp will be back as what's his name? Captain Jack Sparrow.
Oh, I thought he was one of Kaido's men.
Oh, the last 23 minutes of this are going to be really fun.
Yeah. Brian, listen to this one later. When you're at home with a 12-pack.
So I mentioned the prequels as a ham-fisted way of bringing up the other link that I had saved for this week, which is that they are making are making a documentary about the Star Wars prequels that tries to reverse the narrative on those. The article about this comes from inverse.com, and there was let's see, where's the thing I wanted to read about
Get
this?
that thing I sent you?
I'll put the trailer in the show notes, which are at clarkwoods.com/hot/109.
Wow.
109th episode.
That's fucking crazy.
Oh, here's the relevant paragraph. I wanted to read this and get your take on this. I showed you the trailer. What was your reaction to the trailer before I get to the...
I mean, the things that Kevin Smith was saying rang true to me, because like the us old fogies.
Yeah, and Smith's comment was essentially that there's going to be a generation that grew up seeing the prequels first and not having the sort of reverence for the original trilogy that we did.
I think what was it in the original Plinkett review? He goes, and like, if you said your least favorite movie is The Empire Strikes Back because it was the most boring, then you should probably turn off this video now.
Here's the relevant paragraph I wanted to read for you and get your reaction on. Again, this comes from inverse.com. Quote, back in the summer of 1999, no one I was friends with hated Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Placed against contemporary popular opinion, this memory seems incongruous with how the current zeitgeist largely regards this movie and its two subsequent sequels, Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. Sure, I wouldn't say the films comprising the Star Wars prequel trilogy are great movies, and I don't even think they accomplished the goals they set out to achieve, but the now accepted narrative that they were universally hated by everyone instantly and therefore have no worth at all is totally outrageous and borderline intellectually dishonest.
But the thing is, like, I mean, the first, because we've talked about this before.
Yes.
Drink. But we went to see it together. You and I and your brother.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We went to see it at like 3 a.m.
Yeah, it was early
because it was dawn.
Early, yeah,
it was dawn when we got out of the movie. Mm-hmm. So it must have been at least 3.
Yeah.
And so like we saw the movie and it was like, huh? Yeah. And I was like, I probably had gotten no sleep prior to it, and I managed to sit through all of it.
Yeah.
And then I saw it later that day because that's when we had bought our tickets for it.
Right.
So I saw it again, and after sleeping, and then I'm like, I wasn't sure. I'm like, that wasn't good. Like, like 2 viewings. I was like, this isn't good. And then I think we saw it a little bit later. We were up at Paul's New Hampshire house, and there was a little movie theater up there in Littleton, New Hampshire. And we went up there and saw it, and I saw it for the 3rd time in like a week.
Yeah.
And I was just like, no.
Yeah.
No, it's not good. I mean, there was one part, like, I remember Bill and I were laughing at like some guy that was on the Jedi Council with a really long neck.
Oh yeah, I remember that guy.
And his head just drifting side to side. That was cracking us up beyond belief. But I don't know. We might have imbibed some substances prior to seeing the movie.
Maybe.
For me, the 3rd time. And the thing is, like, I don't think I met anybody around that time that was like, that movie was great. I don't think anybody that I ran into in that time and place even said that movie was good.
But did you meet anybody who hated it?
I think like after, because like the thing is, like, I wanted to give it a chance.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you saw it 3 times.
I gave it 3 shots
times in
just
like a
to
week.
Like be like, is this something that's good? I wanted it to be good so bad, and like tried so hard to like it, but I think I hated it.
Mm-hmm. And I wonder if that is, if that's part of what's going on here. Is nobody said they hated it, but it was, it might have been so like, hard to figure out what you felt about it.
Because it was like, what the fuck did I just watch?
What did I just see? Because I've waited 20-something years for this, or
maybe not that much. I mean,
depending on when you first became aware of Star Wars.
I mean, I didn't really watch the. I mean, we had Jedi on tape, which is like
you were 20 years old.
What?
When it came out, right? It came out in 1999.
Yeah, no, yeah. But like, I'm talking about. I mean, it's not like. It was not like jumped out of the womb and I was like, holy shit, I need to watch Star Wars. And I don't know, when did Empire come out?
It came out in 80, I think.
Okay, so then like, I'm like, I can't wait till my first birthday so we can go to see fucking Empire Strikes Back. That wasn't happening.
That wasn't happening.
So I didn't wait 20 fucking years for the goddamn movie.
But other people did wait 20.
I didn't watch it. I don't think I really like sat down and watched all 4 of them until like middle school.
All 3 of them.
All 3 of them. The fuck I'm saying.
You watched all of them and the holiday special.
And the holiday special.
See, the holiday special was not something I was even aware of until way later. If you had told me there was a 4th one, I would have thought of the whatever fucking Ewoks movie it was that I saw at my aunt and my grandfather's house. Whenever that came out.
How the fuck like the funny thing is, it's like the Star Wars holiday special, I think, did it take place like sometime after the first one came out?
I think so.
So like I imagine that's how they actually got the actors to do that. But
I think they were in production or pre-production for Empire, because that's the first appearance of Boba Fett.
Oh, really?
I think Boba Fett first appears in the holiday special and you might even learn more about, I don't know, I remember reading something about, you might even learn more about Boba Fett in the holiday special than you learn about him in the oh no, is he in the original deleted footage of A New Hope? I mean, he's in the extended edition, but I don't know if they digitally inserted him into the extended edition or if he was in that footage to begin with. At any rate, I think they were in production for Empire.
Okay, so they were like, oh, we'll celebrate Life Day with Chewbacca. Mm-hmm. Go to Kashyyyk.
Yeah, it's happening place.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I think we maybe have avoided the sad topic. We have a sad topic, and we have a fun topic.
We have a fun topic,
and then we have an angry topic.
Yeah,
and we have about 15 minutes. So I don't know if you want to get into which of these.
We could bring up Gene Wilder real quick. We don't have to spend like
because that's the sad topic.
Yeah, we don't. But some of my favorite movies he was in, like the original. Well, actually, it was Willy Wonka and the
Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Not Charlie.
Not Charlie.
Yeah. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Like, he is so great in that.
He is, yeah. The meme that I saw floating around. Let me see if I can bring this up because I loved this. I did not realize that this was his thing. Where is it? It's a note from him. Give me the friggin'. Give me the picture, man. Where did it go?
Pictures work great on the...
Oh, here we go. All right. So in the early 1970s, when originally offered the lead role in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory by director Mel Stewart, the great Gene Wilder accepted on one condition, quote, "When I make my first entrance, I'd like to come out of the door carrying a cane and then walk toward the crowd with a limp. After the crowd sees Willy Wonka as a cripple, they all whisper to themselves and then become deathly quiet. As I walk toward them, my cane sinks into one of the cobblestones I'm walking on and stands straight up by itself. But I keep on walking until I realize that I no longer have my cane. I start to fall forward, and just before I hit the ground, I do a beautiful forward somersault and bounce back up to great applause." Asked why, Wilder explained, quote, "Because from that time on, no one will know if I'm lying or telling the truth." And so that whole bit was his invention.
That's great.
Was his thing. And I loved that anecdote today, which I had not heard before.
This is one of my favorite quotes of his of all time, and I got it all queued up.
All right.
It's from Hear No Evil, See No Evil, that he did with Richard Pryor. Mm-hmm. So, here it goes.
You dumb asshole!
I'm pretty sure I saw that one, but I think I only saw it once when I was too young to remember anything except the general tone that seemed very familiar now that you played that clip for me. I know Willy Wonka. That's the one I know the best. I did see Young Frankenstein. Again, I was too young, and people were kind of trying to force Mel Brooks down my throat at that point.
Gross.
Mel, he's
a
pleasant guy, but
I mean, he was in the original Producers, which was fantastic, and he was fantastic, and him and Zero Mostel did they played off each other so fucking well, unlike Matthew Broderick and Nathan Lane.
Well, those guys apparently did well enough that it was a Broadway smash.
I know,
and then they made a movie out of it.
I wish it was a graveyard smash.
It's sad. He's gone. 83, I think, was the age. Also, not to be controversial or anything, but lots of friends pointed out. He gets to go be with Gilda Radner, who is one of the loves of his life, right? Mm-hmm. But James Gunn, director of Guardians of the Galaxy, one of the guys I follow on Twitter, tweeted. Regarding all the mentions of Gilda with Gene Wilder's passing, remember Karen, his wife of the past 25 years.
Yeah.
With a really sweet picture of Gene and Karen, looks like maybe at a ball game or something. They're in the stands somewhere.
You dumb asshole.
And that's probably all you need to say about that. Yes, it's great that if you believe in heaven, if you believe in the afterlife, that maybe yes he gets to go and hang out with a former love of his, but he is leaving behind someone that he's loved and lived with for 25 years, and that is not to be forgotten either.
Right.
Right.
So rest in peace.
Rest in peace,
Gene. Speaking of Gene,
have you had encounters with other Genes this week?
well, I didn't actually encounter him, but I went to see Ween.
Ween.
I went to see Ween at the House of Blues, and apparently on non-game days, like whatever event is going on at that rock club there,
Yes.
is what the scalpers are going to be trying to sell tickets for.
Yeah.
It was weird because there was a long the show was sold out.
Yeah.
There was a long line, like it was almost all the way to the Cask and Flagon.
Oh wow, that's a pretty. If you're not familiar, that is most of Lansdowne Street.
Yeah, because
which is most of a ballpark length. Yeah.
Yeah, when we first got there, we had to pee so bad. We looked at the line, we're like, fuck, we're not getting in there anytime soon. So you're familiar with the Bleacher Bar?
I am familiar with the Bleacher Bar.
Have you been in there?
No, but I used to work in Kenmore Square, and I used to walk around the
Fenway Park
on my lunch break.
That's nice. So we popped in there, and we're like, they're like, do you want a table? Do you want to? I'm like, we'll just muscle up into the bar or whatever. And we just both flew into the bathroom and pissed, and then ran out.
Got it. Yeah. If you walk a little bit further, I think the little mini mall where there's a Best Buy has a bathroom, and then back in the square, I'm trying to think of. I became, because I walked so much in the city, I became the master of knowing where all the goddamn, if not public restrooms, restrooms that if you at least pretended to be a civilized human being, you could walk into the building, use the bathroom, and kind of walk out.
You don't want to go walking into one of these places screaming about how aliens put a chip in your butthole.
Yeah. You want to keep that to yourself when you're walking into the Barnes and Noble at Kenmore Square.
Yeah.
I think that's the one I used.
Fuck you! Just start screaming "fuck you" at the top of your lungs to nobody in particular, and then try to use the bathroom. That is a skill right there.
That's a skill. So you went into the Bleacher Bar, used the bathroom, and then got into the line?
Yep. So we got into the line, and the line was nothing. It was a line.
There's a line.
We stood in it. It was weird, the way they.
I'm glad you didn't stand on it.
Fucking people from
New Yorkers. Assholes. Where's that Gene Wilder clipping?
Hold on.
No.
You dumb asshole.
Yes. All right, so you stood in line.
We stood in line.
Not online.
There was people. There was two guys walking by, they were holding up glass.
I can't get Gene Wilder out of my head now. Right, two guys standing,
holding up glassware that you would smoke pot with, and I'm assuming that was an indication that he was selling pot.
Okay.
I guess it's not like you could really bring in a bowl or anything like that.
It would be. Not.
I mean, they patted people down, but people could have easily put things in a sock.
Oh yeah, or other places.
And they very well did, because that place smelled
of the ganja.
Yeah, a little bit of it, and I think it was
a little
bit of weed. I don't know. It was a really fun show. But the thing is weird, because I got pre-sale tickets, so I got seats.
Yeah.
Because I'm old and I like sitting down. Occasionally,
I mean, that's a small enough, not small in a bad way, but that's a small enough venue that if you're seated, where was there?
I was up in upper balcony, the top balcony, and we were literally in the middle of the top row.
Okay.
But we could see the whole stage.
Yeah.
Even when the guys in front of us were standing up, we could see everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really fun show. The weird part was, I wanted to get a shirt, and they were only selling them downstairs. And but then when we walked downstairs, the guy was like, "You can't go out here." I'm like, "Why?" So we we have seats. Why the hell would we give up those seats?
Right, to go into general
stand
admission.
in general admission. Like if I wanted general admission, I would have bought general admission tickets. Like why the hell?
Right.
So like I'm like I just want to go buy a fucking shirt. And like we didn't interact with the first guy. We were just like went back up a little bit.
Yeah.
And then we went back down, and then we were the only ones there. I think that was the part that helped.
Right.
And I'm like, dude, we just want to go get a shirt. We'll come right back. And he's like, all right. So
Yeah.
he let us. The props. I hope he does. I'm not going to mention it.
Yeah.
I don't know his name, so
Right.
I can't ruin it for him. He just let us, and we came right back, and he was cool. And
Yeah, it's just shitty planning on their part. Like I don't know where. I haven't been on the upper level, so I don't know where they.
It was
would
my
put
first
it.
time up there, and it was nice, and like they didn't have enough people working at the bar though.
Yeah. Is there a bar upstairs? Or did
There
you
was
have to
two.
go?
There was one on either side of,
Yeah.
of where the seats were, but it was just like it was constantly mobbed.
Yeah, I can imagine it. I've only been to one show there. I don't know how much they changed it from. You said House of Blues, right?
Yeah, I mean,
From whatever it was before. Was it Avalon?
It was the
before?
Avalon. Yeah.
Yeah. But I've only ever been to one show there a couple years ago to see How to Destroy Angels, and it was good. I had general
You have to
admission.
cut off their wings.
I've heard that.
And then have Alanis Morissette scream really loud and have their head blow up.
Nice reference. Somebody made some 37 reference today, and I mixed. It was not in reference to Clerks, but I forget what it was, and then I had to write in a row ? Because just because. So was the show good?
It was great.
was great,
They played a
Because
couple
the
songs.
last time you saw it was just the Dean Ween group, and this time it was Ween itself.
It was Ween. It was the whole shebang. It was the whole band, and it was great that they were back together.
Mm-hmm.
Like they play live music together really well.
Yeah.
And I think Gene is still sober, which is probably why the show has lasted a lot longer than the last time. I think they played for at least 3 hours. So.
Oh wow.
So
3 hour show,
the doors were at 7. They started around 8, and I think the show was over around 11. So.
Nice. Wow. That's a long show.
Yeah. I unfortunately didn't have any cash on me to get a sausage afterwards because the Sausage King was there.
Sausage King. Yeah. And, well, and there's.
But there
also
was
some
there was
stuff along the,
there was people with like balloons outside afterwards, and I guess they were doing nitrous in the balloons. And I'm like, why do those? I'm so naive. I'm like, why does everybody have balloons?
Oh, I don't know.
It's fun. Like they were filling up the nitrous balloons and then passing them out to everybody.
No.
I'm like, I didn't
balloons.
get one. I'm like, I don't need a balloon. And then Becky went, oh, come on, really?
You dumb asshole!
It would be cool if I could get a soundboard to work.
Yeah, well, So show was good, and that was the last of your birthday weekend events.
Birthday weekend, and like starting on Friday and ending on Tuesday. We were so tired, like after all of it, and like Wednesday was a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah,
we went to a diner, and they couldn't have gotten more things wrong.
Oh no!
But I don't know. I wanted 2 pancakes. They gave me 1, which was fine. I didn't really need 2 pancakes, but
Yeah. I got 2 turntables. No, 2 pancake tables. 2.
You dumb asshole!
That's got to be the title. I think I can put asshole.
You
in
can
the
put
title.
asshole in the title. Are we good?
I think we're good, unless you want to talk about lanes and games. But I think
We can talk about that next week.
All right. Well, we'll save lanes and games for next week. That's a little.
I wish we could save lanes and games.
That's what we call a teaser.
Yeah. Hopefully we don't forget.
I'll put it in. I'll try to. I'll put it in the next week's show notes.
Perfect.
So I'll remember. So if you have any comments about anything we said this week, if you want to share your favorite Gene Wilder story, or tell us what we missed about Charlie Brown.
No.
What the fuck else did we talk about?
I don't know.
If we got anything wrong, if you want to add anything to what we said, you can send us an email to hot@clarkwoods.com, or you can tweet us.
Yeah, you can tweet Chris at ECC1977.
Where I am regularly, almost every day.
I forgot to tweet the show these past 2 weeks.
You might have. Or you can tweet Steve. He's at Tuesday is Loser. That's at Tuesday is Loser, all one word.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
All right. Well, I guess one more time.
One more time for good measure.
You dumb asshole.